The following material is for mature but silly audiences only. Strong language is used in this episode. Please don't listen to this if you think your parents will be mad at us for exposing you to these naughty words, or if you are Mackenzie's mother.
The Finns speak Swede. Welcome to Silly Religion.
Hello, hello. What are our words?
I think it doesn't matter. It's a holiday special.
Yeah, happy holidays, everybody.
We're joined by a very special guest.
This is Clementine.
Yeah, that's why I'm shaking my wrist. Come on, get it. Come right here. I'll give you ice cream.
Yeah, so, you might be wondering what we're holding if you're watching the video. It's Ben & Jerry's.
Mhm.
My flavor is chocolate chip cookie dough.
Mine is mint chocolate cookie.
I've never had Ben & Jerry's, so this is an experience. But we are having ice cream because we are filming our third episode of the day. We've been filming since 11:40, and it is now 3:45.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're a little tired. And the episode that we filmed before this is coming out next week.
Not next week. It'll be the next episode.
Next episode is coming, and it is not like silly vibes. And
It's a really good episode. You should watch
yes. Clementine, please don't eat my ice cream.
it.
So, the episode was just a little mentally draining. And so we're just like, the vibes are kind of off now. And so to get back to being like silly, we're eating ice cream.
And joined by a cat.
Joined by a cat, and Addison has Christmas earrings in. And a necklace.
I took off the bracelet.
So.
Anyways.
Yes.
We figured we'd start with like a little semester recap.
Mainly, how did we meet? Because if you didn't know, we met in August.
This like halfway through.
Yeah.
And now she's my number one best friend on Snapchat.
Aww.
She is pinned. She is one of my 6, not on Snapchat, on iMessage. You are one of my 6 people that's pinned. I unpinned my brother so that I could pin you.
I feel so special. This is so sweet.
Yeah. Do you not like sweet ice cream?
No, I just wasn't expecting it to be that sweet. I like
and
it, though.
The cookie dough bits are really, really good.
Slay. I like it.
So we met in August.
Mm-hmm.
We're in this silly little class
called Religion and Trauma. And in it, I sat in the front row because the class we're in, the chairs spin on like a pole. Mm-hmm. And I can't have that. I'm ADHD. I'm just going to move and move and move. I need a chair that is stuck to the floor. So I sat in the front row. And Addison sat behind me.
With my bestie lid.
Yes.
And we sat there because it was
a spot.
A spot?
Honestly, when Addison was first in the class and I didn't know her, I was intimidated.
Why?
I don't know. I'm easily intimidated by people.
I was trying to figure out if you were gay.
Did you decide I was?
Yeah. But only after I saw one of the pins on your backpack.
But I was just like intimidated. You have like a bigger personality, and so I am automatically intimidated.
The biggest personality.
I'm automatic, like that is not a bad thing, but I'm like automatically intimidated by people that like do have bigger personalities, and so I was just like
kind of scared.
Yes, but then a fateful day.
Yeah, so our professor left the room because she wanted to get a bottle of sparkling cider.
No, it was an apple.
She forgot the readings. This was when we were doing the 1L readings, and I was so sad because she took it away and then wanted someone else to keep reading. I was like, but I wanted to do the reading. So she leaves the room, and I lean like this to get something out of my backpack. I think to get my laptop. And the chair snaps off the pole.
It is metal. Like welded iron.
From the 80s.
And it just snaps right off.
Everyone stares at me. And they're like, are you okay? I'm like, guys, I'm fine. That was fucking hilarious.
And so then Addison moved next to me.
No, I ran and put the broken chair on the chair our professor was supposed to sit in. And went and started squatting where my old seat was. Because I was like, guys, do you think she'll notice? This is like a 500 level class.
Yes. 500 to 600 level because it was also graduate students.
Like, I'm being so silly goofy. Maybe in the 3rd week of class. 4th week, maybe. And it was like, huh? Who is this bitch? And who does she think she is? Huh? Then our professor comes back. She sits in it. I'm squatting there. Maybe a little bit further into class. I think Lyd tried to scooch over one seat.
I don't think you sat next to me until the next class.
Yeah, because the seat Lyd was in was kind of rocky. I was like, guys, if I have to sit in this seat, I'm gonna break another chair. Like, huh? It's the running bit. Huh?
Huh?
And I was like, I was so worried I was gonna break a chair again. And so then the next class period, I was like, is this seat taken?
And then we became friends.
Yeah.
And then we started a podcast. I was not even originally on the podcast. And then it was like oh, hey, if you want to be on an episode. And then, hey, if you like want to be part of it. And then it's just going to be us two.
Anyways, so like the idea of a podcast was started
as a joke.
Because we were talking about hell. And someone brought up Hades. And I was like, oh boy, do I know Hades. Because I'm a Percy Jackson kid. And I tell the story of Hades from memory. And our grad student, Emily, goes, I'm going to need you to make a podcast. Because that was funny. And I was like, I could. Should I? Unless. No, not really. Unless. And then, like, it got to the point where I was making the logo in class.
Yeah.
And I texted it to you during class.
Everything from, like, the conception of this until we filmed the first episode happened during class.
The description of the first episode? During class.
Yeah.
Sorry to our professor if you're listening to this.
We paid attention. We got good grades. We were star pupils.
Yeah, and we, like, participated still.
Yes. We were multitasking.
Yeah, it's the ADHD.
Yeah. But yeah, and then we became besties, and then we started filming a podcast, and we did a class project together that you will get to hear about next week. Not next week. Oh my gosh.
Next episode. It's okay.
The brain is fried. The brain is rotted.
Yeah.
The brain is decaying.
Yeah. You just get to go home. I still have to pack and drive to Kansas.
Yeah. What we do for our viewers, but mainly Emily.
Yeah.
So.
We're going to be honest. We're going to put this disclaimer right now.
This might be really short.
This might be short. Ashton, you might not like it. He's not going to like how much we've been calling him out. Ashton's our informal historian.
You know what we didn't do?
He's our book dealer.
Thank Ashton for our book.
Oh my gosh. If you watched the last episode or listened to the last episode, we used the
most holy book of Baha'i.
The most holy book of Baha'i. Thank you to Ashton for giving it to us.
I will get it back to you.
Eventually.
I will keep it safe, but we will get it back to you. Thank you for that. So, today's episode, we are talking about fun winter holidays through different religious traditions. And how are we going to do this?
I have a wheel.
Ba-ba-ba-ba.
Gay wheel. I don't even know if you can see it, but it's on my laptop.
It's a spinner.
I'm going to be honest with you guys. I worked a bunch, and this is like the few days after finals. This is being recorded like a week after it was supposed to be recorded. Like, we gave you the excuses last episode. To be frank, I work full time. I only researched like half of them. So the ones I did not research, either she's going to just tell us, or I'm going to guess, and then she'll tell us if I'm right.
Do we want to go through what our options are first?
Yeah. Saturnalia.
I've been saying Saturnalia, but we both know up until this point, I suck at pronouncing things.
Yeah, I can't spell, she can't pronounce. St. Nicholas Day.
Yes.
Bodhi Day.
Mm-hmm.
And why it's fake. Posadas Navidenas. There you go.
Yeah, you're going to be saying that one the whole episode.
Hanukkah.
Mm-hmm.
Hanukkah, oh Hanukkah, come light the menorah. Let's have a party with all this horror. Gather around the table and give you a treat. To be able to play with the legacy.
Most of my education about Judaism comes from Miriam on TikTok. Do you know her?
Yeah! The Orthodox Jew lady?
Yes, I like her.
I like how she responded to conflict. Like when she got canceled.
What she got canceled for?
Supporting Israel.
Oh. I just like didn't.
I'm keeping that in. You know, honestly, the chaos vibes of this might just be one take. No editing in this video except for when I take out the names of those people. Christmas, boo.
Boo.
Zarathostra, no diesel.
Mm-hmm.
Holy Innocents' Day. Watch Night. Yule. Did we keep soil?
Yep.
Inti Raymi.
Mhm.
Midwinter in Antarctica.
Yes.
St. Lucia's Day. Dongji. Gita Jayanti. Danu Sankranti. And Kwanzaa.
Slay. Okay. Addison threatened to leave the podcast because I used lotion.
I didn't threaten to leave the podcast. I threatened to kick you off the podcast because I thought it was a vape.
It was lotion. Did you really think I was going to pull out a vape during class?
I don't know.
I pull out a lotion, and I look over, and Addison's like this at me. Because she thought it was a vape. She knows that I am an asthmatic.
I didn't know at that point you had asthma.
I do. And a vocal cord disorder. I am like the worst person to vape.
Vocal cord
Disorder? Yeah.
Which one?
It is like vocal cord dysfunction. So they close when they're supposed to open and they open when they're supposed to close when I like get like worked up. So like
I know what that is.
Yeah. So like during dance,
Ooh.
yeah, I would just pass out backstage. There's literally videos of competitions where I would slowly start collapsing as I walked off and then would just down. Or there'd be ones where like I'd be backstage and I'd go, I'm gonna pass out, and somebody would have to catch me as I went forward and stuff.
I brought these jeans to work this morning. There's already so much milk on them.
But yeah.
Okay.
Spin.
Gita Jayanti.
Let me find my notes.
This one's Hinduism.
I have very little notes on this one.
Hinduism?
Not Hinduism as a whole, but this specific holiday.
This specific holiday is Hindu?
Yes. It marks the day.
The music died.
No.
That was my formal guess, by the way.
Yes. Marks the day in the text that I cannot pronounce.
Let me see. I'm really good at pronouncing. Sankriti? No. Gita Mastava?
Where am I?
Ma ot sva. Oh. Bhagavad Gita? That was easy.
No, I can't pronounce things.
You know who's much better at pronouncing that?
Ashen.
Yeah. Just assume he's better than me in all ways. They're gonna get to meet Ashton in the new year.
Yeah.
He's excited.
You're gonna realize just how stupid we are.
Yeah. He's a genius.
Yeah, there's times that I sit there and I'm like, I know nothing.
Oh yeah.
Smooth brain.
I changed the topic of my paper because I didn't want to write about the same topic as him. He was writing about the Ramayana.
So it is when the dialogue between Arjuna and Krishna happened.
Slay!
Yeah. It is celebrated on the 11th day of the waxing moon of the lunar month. The blank of the blank of the blank of the blank. The 11th day of the waxing moon.
Hannah, what happens on the 11th day of the waxing moon?
Of the lunar month.
Of the lunar month!
The werewolves.
Do you want to join us guessing about holidays? You could be our first guest.
Okay.
I know nothing.
Neither do I!
No.
Scooch over. You want some ice cream? Grab yourself a spoon. We're being joined by my roommates.
God.
We'll have to share this.
Okay.
Be prepared. Introduce yourself.
My name is Hannah Deal. I am one of 4 roommates.
Technically, there are 4 people in the apartment.
I am not one of them.
3 roommates. I don't live with her. I've known Hannah since I was in high school. Hannah went to the church with me that we're going to be talking about in our next episode one time, and it got canceled early because there was a tornado. Facts?
great experience. Everybody came together as a community. It was
They wouldn't give me an iPad. It was a very bad experience. I was so anxious. Anyways, tell us your religious background.
I went to a Catholic school for 13 years. I wasn't really raised Catholic, but my parents technically went to a Lutheran church, so I took communion there. And then my grandpa is a UCC, United Church of Christ Reverend, so I had that influence in my family, and now I am atheist.
Slay. We're just talking about random holidays that happen in the month of December.
Okay.
Yeah. So if it's one that I took notes on, I'll share. If I did not, you and I will both guess, and then she'll tell us.
Okay.
Feel free to eat as much ice cream as you want.
There's no sour candy this episode.
There's no sour candy. There's no punishment.
Oh, okay. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay.
Okay.
You
So
have any more?
it is the 11th day of the waxing moon of the lunar month
Marga- Guess it?
Marga
Of the lunar month margarita.
Margarisha. Margashirisha.
Yeah, close enough.
Which is like December to January.
Yeah.
That's all the information I have.
Slay. Up next.
For context,
I don't know if the screen recorder's still going.
That's okay. Addison outlined this episode and gave me
didn't.
18 different holidays. And I looked up 18 different holidays. And then right before this, she goes, what if we cut them down and we have like not 18?
I give you 21 and we cut it down to 18.
Oh, I can't count.
Danu Sankranti.
Okay.
Hannah, what do you think Danu Sankranti is? We gotta go fast. My laptop's gonna die.
Celebrating some kind of deity.
That's a solid choice.
Was your...
I feel like that's broad enough that it might land on something.
I think it's about someone reaching enlightenment.
Okay. So a Sankranti, like the second word,
Yeah.
is a monthly Hindu holy day. So it happens every single month.
Oh my goodness.
That marks the occasion when the sun enters a different zodiac sign.
The Hindus believe in zodiac?
Apparently. So this one is for Sagittarius. I'm a Sagittarius, and Taylor Swift is a Sagittarius. Ah.
Boo. Oh my gosh, another guess!
Please don't eat my ice cream.
Hey, come on in time.
So this one is the one for Sagittarius. They are celebrating Lord Jagannath and
Jagannath.
Lord Sura.
I could be saying these wrong, but
Not
I
as
don't
wrong
care.
as I am. Rituals include special prayers.
she's gonna eat the inside. I'm gonna say that this is gonna be a minimal episode. Minimal editing episode.
Very
for
good.
ultimate chaos, yeah.
Very good.
Rituals include special prayers and bathing in sacred rivers.
Slay.
So that's it. That's all I know.
Good. Okay. Up next. Holy Innocents Day.
Where is it on my list?
I'm pretty sure this is the celebration. Wait, you go first.
So it's innocence ending in CENTS. So
Yeah.
innocent people.
Yeah.
So celebrating the innocent people.
I'm pretty sure it's a celebration in the Catholic Church where they celebrate and mourn the loss of all the babies that King Herod killed.
Oh.
You are so right. I have my own microphone.
Oh, wait, yeah.
Thank you. So in Western
Thank you for sharing.
so in Western churches it's celebrated on December 28th and in Eastern churches December 29th. I don't know why,
I think we should start because they use different calendars.
but that is why. Christian holiday. It is a feast.
Little note from Addison while I'm editing this. At this point in the episode, my microphone died and we did not yet realize this, so audio levels might be a little bit weird for the rest of it. It's just what happens when we're trying to get 3 episodes recorded in one day.
We did not get rid of all the feasts. This is a feast.
No, I chose to keep this one.
We have many feasts, and Addison said, get rid of them.
So the Catholics get enough acknowledgement.
So,
Sorry, Gretchen.
feasts in remembrance of the massacre of young children. It is a feast in remembrance of the massacre of young children in Bethlehem by King Herod the Great in his attempt to kill the infant Jesus.
He killed
So many babies.
probably every male child for 3 years. Like any baby under 4.
Yeah.
I think Methodists need to celebrate this. We do All Saints Day.
So
Holy Innocents Day.
this is also part of a series of days known as the Feast of Fools. So this is like one of those.
What are the other ones?
Let me Google it real quick.
Google it and then read us the Wikipedia. Are you okay with me leaning on you?
Of course.
Okay, great. I'm in love with her.
Okay, the Feast of Fools, or Festivals of Fools, was a feast on January 1st, celebrated by the clergy in Europe during the Middle Ages, initially in southern France, but lately more widely. During the feast, participants would elect either a false bishop or false archbishop or false pope.
Can I be the false pope?
Sure. There's so many words on here. I would like...
People were fools. Now they're not.
Okay. Yeah. So, moving forward.
I
I think that's all I have on this one, too.
The next holiday is...
We are running through these.
I want to go home. Zarathosht Nodiso.
Did you take notes on this one? I think it comes after Hanukkah on our list. It does. So, no.
Correct.
What date do you think it falls on?
The 25th of December. What date? In December.
So, it is the 26th. What do you think it is?
It's the day Zarathustra died.
Yep. And so the date...
That's what Nodiso means.
So the date is decided with the Fazli calendar. It's the day of Khorshed, the 11th day, in the month of Day, which is the 10th month. So it's the 11th day of the 10th month.
It's the 11th day of day?
But day spelled day-e. Day...
D-A-E-A-E-A-E-A-E-A-E.
D-A-E. Most celebrated among Iranian Zoroastrians. And it's more so a day of like solemn reflection.
Okay. We should do that more as like America.
So during this time you study the Gathas, pray at a temple if possible or at your home. You focus on the gratefulness of your own life and you celebrate the life of Zarathustra. It is important to note that this is an honoring and celebrating. You are not mourning the life of Zarathustra because that's not something you do in Zoroastrianism.
Yeah.
We kind of talked about death in Zoroastrianism in our previous episode about that topic, but they do not mourn the loss. They're honoring and celebrating it.
Okay, up next.
Boo! Christmas.
Okay.
I have no notes on Christmas just because it was
Here are
like,
my
it's
notes on
Christmas.
It started as a tradition to celebrate the birth of Jesus.
Yes.
I get that. And then the Christians were like, yo, fuck other religions. We're stealing Yule.
Yeah.
So then they steal Yule and developed a party in the like camaraderie traditions of Yule. And then the Catholics eventually developed St. Nicholas Day. And they're like, fuck, we're gonna steal that too. Because St. Nicholas Day, did we keep St. Nicholas Day on our list? Oh, we did.
We did.
We'll talk about St. Nicholas Day in a little bit. Goodbye.
But yeah, Christmas, candy canes.
Capitalism.
Capitalism.
Kwanzaa.
Okay. What days do you think this is?
Kwanzaa is a celebration at the end of the 12th, 17th lunar month that is on the 48th day of the year. And it was invented in the 60s, 80s, new by a man. I learned about Kwanzaa from the 12 Days of Christmas song by Straight No Chaser.
Hmm.
And it ends with, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and Merry Kwanzaa too.
Wow, that was beautiful.
Yeah, it's a music degree.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kwanzaa.
Please teach me.
December 26th through January 1st. And so this, because I don't really know anything about Kwanzaa, this is from the official KwanzaaWebsite.org.
Kwanzaa has a website?
Apparently. This is the description. Kwanzaa, a brief description.
From
Kwanzaa,
when? What month?
December 2016. Kwanzaa is an African-American and Pan-African holiday which celebrates family, community, and culture. It was created in 1966 by Dr. Malana Karenga, a professor of Africana Studies. Kwanzaa, a 7-day cultural festival, begins on December 26th and ends January 1st. It joins communitarian values and practices of continental African and African American culture. During the holiday, families and communities organize activities around the 7 principles.
Guzo Saba.
Mm-hmm.
Un Moja.
Which is unity.
Kuji Chagulia.
Which is self-determination.
Ujima.
Collective work and responsibility.
Ujama.
Cooperative economics.
Nia.
Purpose.
Kumba.
Creativity.
Imani.
Faith. Participants also celebrate with feasts, music, dance, poetry, narratives, and end the holiday with a day dedicated to reflection and recommitment to the 7 principles and other central cultural values.
Sounds like a good way to reset the year.
Yeah. So as of 2019, 2.6% of people who plan to celebrate a winter holiday said that they would celebrate Kwanzaa.
Hey, fun fact. My mic is off.
Is mine? No, mine's on. How long has yours been off?
I think I'm loud enough.
Okay. Next one. Next holiday. Right in between the boobs.
Yep. That's where it was clipped originally.
What's the holiday?
Posadas Navideñas. Which
Okay.
just means celebrations of the Nativity.
This one is before Hanukkah. You have notes.
I also have notes on the Feast of Immaculate Conception and the Guadalupe. Posadas Navideñas. So they reenact the story of Mary and Joseph in search for an inn.
Yes.
And it's like a little play as a city.
Yeah, it's a procession through the city, and like primarily kids will like dress up
Yeah,
and they'll go door to door and knock, and they'll be like, no.
And so you have the pilgrims,
Mhm.
which are Mary and Joseph, usually played by kids, and then the hosts, which are just people that live along the main street. And they sing Villancicos, which are Christmas carols, and that is all the notes I took. And the website mentioned piñatas.
Yes. So posada is the Spanish word for inn. And so it happens from December 16th through the 24th. And there are the street processions with lighted candles where children like reenact the procession. And the songs are like sung to reject the participants. And it pushes Mary and Joseph, the kids, to end up at the final destination, which is like the party that is happening. Mm-hmm. Piñatas in this, they are made to have 7 points. And the 7 points represent not only the Star of Bethlehem, but also the 7 sins.
Siete.
The blindfold that you are blindfolded with to beat said piñata.
Birthday piñatas is cultural appropriation of Posadas Navideñas?
I don't know. I am not qualified to tell you that information.
I'll drive to Mexico.
Okay.
Tomorrow.
So,
I say that and people are like, she can't drive to Mexico tomorrow. I'm like, haha, joke's on you. Tomorrow I'm going to be within 40 minutes of Mexico.
okay. So, the blindfold represents one's faith.
Okay.
And then finally, the breaking of the piñata is defeating sin.
Honestly, slay. We should do that.
So yeah. Okay. We're just like so surface level with all of this, but you know,
it doesn't need to be deep.
No, you're gonna know more than what you did originally.
Yeah, you know what Kwanzaa is now.
Unless you're Ashton, you probably knew all of this and more.
Soil.
Where are my notes? This one's after Kwanzaa, or after Hanukkah, so you do not have this one.
I don't, but I know it's in December. What religion is it?
Zuni and Hopi?
Oh, yes! We're doing this one because the Hopi people live near me.
Yes.
Not really. They're like 5 hours away.
Anything else?
I'm getting... 21st.
Yeah. Did you look at my notes?
Yes.
You cheater!
I was gonna say no and lie, but you can clearly see me looking at your notes earlier.
Okay, so as I said, this is celebrated with the Zuni and Hopi peoples on December 21st. And it is celebrated to bring the sun back from its long slumber. So it's celebrated on the winter solstice.
A sleigh.
And it marks the beginning of another cycle of the Wheel of the Year.
Yeah.
Which just sounds like so epic.
I feel like we should do like in depth on this at some point in time.
Okay.
It sounds cool.
Mm-hmm. So this is when work on purification happens.
Yeah.
Because the new year is starting. Pejos, prayer sticks, are made to bless all the community. Kiva are sacred underground prayer spaces that are opened up specifically for this celebration. And then this...
Dying.
What?
My microphone keeps dying.
Mine's still alive. So, also, what I thought was interesting is offerings are given to an effigy of a plumed snake. And the snake represents the forces of darkness that try to swallow the sun. And by giving them offerings, they're hoping to appease it so it doesn't swallow the sun god. And I just thought that was like a cool imagery.
Slay. Next is Hanukkah. Hanukkah, from a war that was in 175 BCE under the king Antiochus. He made it illegal for people to practice religion, specifically Judaism. He wanted people to follow Greek gods instead. He told his troops to destroy the temple. I'm pretty sure this is the second temple, the one built by Solomon.
Pretty sure. But this commemorates the rededication of the second temple.
Maybe. I have no clue. They rebelled against the king. Fought. The war lasted for 3 years. When they got their temple back, in the jar of the temple, they found only 1 jar of oil, which shouldn't have lasted that long. But it burned for 8 days, which then was enough time for them to find more oil to keep their candles lit, their holy candles lit. The conflict continued for 22 more years, ending in 142 BCE.
Slay. Okay, so starts on December 22nd. Hanukkah is Hebrew for dedication.
Slay.
It begins on Kislev 25th. Celebrated for 8 days. Commemorates the rededication of the Second Temple of Jerusalem. You light the candle on the menorah each evening, or if you're watching TikTok, on the bagels, or on the Diet Coke, or anything else.
Honestly, let them use whatever they want as menorahs.
Yes. So you also celebrate by daily readings of scriptures, recitation of some of the Psalms, almsgiving, singing of a special hymn, halal. I got that from somewhere.
Okay.
Am I right? Am I wrong? Pause.
Okay. Halal, spelled Hallel, is a portion of the service for certain Jewish festivals, consisting of Psalms 113 through 118. Halal, spelled Hal, is the Muslim term.
Okay.
That's why I got confused, because I was like,
Yeah. So
huh?
this one, Hallel.
What?
Yeah, that's it. I was like, got this from like Britannica or something.
Watch night.
I'm so excited for this one. I'd never heard of this one. You don't get to look, you have to guess.
But you had the microphone. Microphone. I saw this screen. It's December 31st. And I'm pretty sure it's watching you back, so the demons can't get you.
No.
I feel like I should disclose I am sober.
Yes. So, Watch Night is December 31st. It is also known as Freedom's Eve.
Sounds American.
It is. So, the first time this was celebrated was December 31st, 1862. Do you know what happened in 1862?
The Civil War.
The Emancipation Proclamation. So, the Emancipation Proclamation was done in September, but it did not become active until January 1st of the following year. So, enslaved and free African Americans gathered to ring in the new year and wait the news that the Emancipation Proclamation had taken effect. So, once it hit midnight, they
were free.
Yes. So, for this now, I found that services that still celebrate this typically begin at 7 p.m. and continue through midnight. And faith leaders guide congregants in praise and worship. They bow in prayer minutes before midnight and say, "Watchman, watchman, please tell me the hour of the night." And the minister will respond with, like, "It is 3 minutes till midnight, da 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 da." And then they will say, "It is now midnight, freedom has come."
Okay.
And so it is called watch night because they were watching for the news that they were free. People typically eat collard greens that represent the promise of prosperity, and a meal called Hoppin' John, which is black-eyed peas, rice, and a few other vegetables, and that is
You
believed
can do Fergie?
to bring good fortune to those who eat it. So this holiday mainly encourages reflection on the history of slavery and the freedom that people now have.
You want to know my favorite slave-related holiday?
Sure.
Juneteenth. You know why?
Why?
Well, one, it's really, really, really important.
Yes.
But two, selfishly, it's my birthday.
I was like, where is this going? Do you want to know what my favorite slave-related holiday is?
And I get time and a half now if I work my birthday. Federal holiday.
But yeah, I thought that one was very interesting. I hadn't heard of it. And then when I looked it up, I was like, okay, this is actually like very interesting.
Dongji.
Okay. Let me find it.
It's Chinese.
Yep. Anything else?
No.
Okay. Traditional Chinese festival.
Slay.
Celebrated during the Dongji solar term. Dong means winter. Ji means arrival. So it is quite literally the arrival of winter.
December 21st.
I don't have a date. So origins can be traced back to the yin and yang philosophy.
Yes.
After the celebration, the days will have longer daylight hours and therefore create an increase in positive energy flowing in.
Good.
First celebrated during the Zhou dynasty. Zhou dynasty. Z-H-O-U.
No clue.
That dynasty. And it includes you eating winter solstice dumplings.
Good.
But yeah.
Good soup.
Addison's sad because her microphone doesn't work. I'm so excited for this one.
St. Lucia's Day.
Did you get any notes on this one?
Was it before Hanukkah?
I don't think so.
No.
Do you have any notes? Do you have any thoughts?
Catholic in origin.
Anything else?
I'm trying real hard to keep eye contact with the camera to make sure that they know I'm not looking at your screen. I think it takes place in December.
It's not even on my screen, so.
Oh. No thoughts.
Head empty.
Yeah.
Smooth brain.
Yeah. I'm really glad I wrote the list of what I need to pack last night because I'd make it to where I'm going with a pair of underwear, one pair of socks, and 17 pairs of pajamas.
Okay. So, this is celebrated on December 13th.
Okay.
And I know this one because one of my favorite TV shows is called Young Royals.
That's on the Netflix.
Yes, it has Edvin Writing and Omar Rudberg. And if you think I love Rachel Zegler, equate that love for Edvin Writing.
You love Rachel Zegler?
I love Rachel Zegler so much.
Like that one podcast that we're not going to name.
No, I love Rachel Zegler before that. I've loved her since like West Side Story days. I stan Rachel Zegler. I will fight any Rachel Zegler haters. I love her so much.
Rachel Zegler. We're going to steal this bit from a different podcast. Rachel Zegler.
If you have any opinions on religion at all, just let us know.
Yeah.
If we need to make an episode called The Cult of Rachel Zegler.
She went to a religious high school.
You want to come on and talk about trauma?
Or if your high school experience wasn't traumatic, you can also talk about that.
What American do you know
But
that would be like, I really loved high school and college wasn't better?
no, but I love Rachel Zegler, and she was one of my gay awakenings. I love her so much. And then Edvin Writing was one of those people that I was like, yeah, I'm not a lesbian. But they're part of a show called Young Royals, and they announced today that their season 3 is coming out in March, and I'm so excited. Oh my god! But it is a Swedish television show, which is fitting because this holiday is celebrated in Sweden, Norway, and Swedish-speaking areas of Finland.
The Finns speak Swede.
Apparently. So,
I'm just imagining this out of context. I think that should be the opening clip. The Finns speak Swede.
how are you pronouncing it? Lucia.
Lucia.
Lucia? Okay. So St. Lucia was killed by the Romans in 304 CE because of her religious beliefs.
Good for her.
She took food to the persecuted Christians in hiding,
Good.
wearing candles on her head to light her way so she could have both hands free.
Good.
And so this holiday celebrates her and also the light during the long dark winter.
Good.
So in Sweden specifically, local and national Lucias are chosen to lead processions of children with candles and songs. Young girls dress in white wreaths of candles on their heads. So I'll show a picture from the show. But it's a little reenactment of it.
I want to be clear, I'm not having a bad time. I've just lost the energy to mask my face.
So they wear white
Oh,
with
that's
the candles,
cute.
and then somebody is chosen to be St. Lucia. With
how I'm the fake pope.
Yes.
Okay.
So she was chosen to be the St. Lucia of the holiday.
Oh, cute.
But yeah, that's the holiday.
St. Lucia. Okay. Up next. You.
Okay, what is Yule? Give me your best guess.
My eyes are shut. Is the microphone?
It's not on the screen, so you can look.
No, I think it's funny if I get my eyes shut. Paganism. Celebration of the winter solstice. I don't think Mackenzie likes how close I am to her right now. I just opened my eyes. Your body language is so tense. My goodness, I'm so sorry.
You're fine.
That's when you say, Addison, I'm uncomfy. That's the extent of my knowledge.
Okay.
I wrote the word Yule, didn't write any notes.
Yule, celebrated December 21st, winter solstice.
I was right.
It is celebrated historically by Germanic people, but in modern times primarily by neo-pagans.
What?
And it coincides with the winter solstice, as we said. It originated in Scandinavia, and it is one of the oldest winter solstice festivals.
Yeah. Has
Up next, Inti Raymi.
Really? Just said stop talking.
I really want to go home.
Okay, so this one is an Incan Empire religious ceremony. It honors the god Inti.
We just gotta talk loud.
Do we just not put up this episode?
No, we had to.
It's gonna sound so bad.
Slay. Yeah, just go. It's a chaos episode.
Okay.
Our microphones just died, so.
So, it was first.
It's fine.
It was first celebrated in 1412, which just feels like a very long time ago because.
Oh yeah, because the Incans
don't exist anymore.
They don't, but they were founded at the same. They existed at the same time as Oxford.
Interesting. The last Inti Raymi with the Incas emperor present was carried out in 1535, and then in 1944 there was a historical reconstruction of the holiday.
Slay.
Only a few more, 3 more, and then Addison can get rid of me.
We're doing this one last.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna do St. Nicholas Day now.
Okay.
I took notes on it, didn't I?
Yes, because it is before Hanukkah.
St. Nicholas Day. It's the 5th day.
Okay,
Right.
St. Nicholas Day is December 6th. St. Nicholas is the patron saint of Russia and Greece.
It's the 19th if you're in an Eastern country.
Okay. Largely forgotten in Protestant Europe after the Reformation.
Yeah, because why would you celebrate a Greek?
In Holland, it is Sinterklaas.
Yeah.
And with that, Sinterklaas arrives on horseback, dressed in a bishop's red robe and something.
The hat.
Yes, the hat. Where he distributes sweets and presents to good children, and bad children get lumps of coal, sticks, or potatoes. Honestly, I would take a potato.
I'm Irish. I would have loved a potato.
So, the Dutch brought this tradition to New Amsterdam, which is New York City.
Yes. You should have
And
left it as New Amsterdam.
yeah, there's a show called New Amsterdam,
About what?
a hospital in New York City.
Oh, that's the one with the attractive ginger.
I don't know. I haven't seen it in a while, so I don't know.
Okay.
He became Santa Claus during that transition.
Here are my notes. You ready?
Yeah.
Santa baby, put a present under my pillowcase. If I'm bad, you'll give me coal or a twig. I'll leave out a shoe with hay for your horse.
Slay. So children leave letters for St. Nicholas and carrots or grass for his donkey or horse. And then oranges and chocolate coins are common treats that represent St. Nicholas's legendary rescue of 3 impoverished girls by paying their marriage dowries.
Slay.
Yeah.
I get what you need to say. Okay, Bodhi Day.
This one, Addison was very excited for.
I'm very excited for it because I found a blog. It's called bodhiday.org.
Mm-hmm.
And this man, all he does is post about Bodhi Day. What is Bodhi Day? The enlightenment of Siddhartha Gautama,
That's the Buddha, isn't it?
the historic Buddha.
Yes.
It's the day he reached enlightenment.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the story. There are very many accounts of Bodhi Day, about as many as there are Buddhist sects. So I will distill it down to the essence. I'm reading this word for word. The historic Buddha, a coddled prince, was shielded from the unpleasant side of reality of the world, sickness, poverty, death, until one day he went out into the kingdom and saw these suffering people, ill, impoverished, grieving, or even dead. Sorry, I'm reading so fast because my laptop is on 5%.
You're going so fast, and I'm just like not.
This shocked prince said, "What the fuck? The joys of life aren't everywhere for everyone all the time." He ran away from his coddled life to find its true meaning, for a lack of a better term. As Ringo said, "I don't know what I want, but I want something." He quoted the Beatles.
Mm-hmm.
For years he studied under one master then another. He couldn't find what he didn't know he was looking for. It wasn't for lack of dedication. He was all in. At one point, he is near death, emaciated from an ascetic lifestyle, materially bankrupt, emotionally bankrupt, and he rests under a large tree which will be known as the Bodhi tree.
Yes.
At that point, he essentially threw down the gauntlet and vowed to sit under this fucking tree until I fucking die. Or until I fucking get what it is that I'm looking for. Mind you, I'm reading this word for word. He sat there for days meditating. He has seen 7 days to 49 days. A person named Vishnu says that it was 7 days. On the morning of the 8th day, on the day of the 12th moon of the year, he awoke from his meditation, staring at the rising star Venus, enlightened. That is, the chaotic gears in his head shed most of its baggage, and the emptiness coalesced into beautiful order, and he could see. That's when he then realized the Four Noble Truths.
Japan celebrates it on December 8th, but other places celebrate it on January 18th.
Yes.
So you can choose to celebrate this by additional meditation, study of the Dharma, chanting of Buddhist texts, or performing kind acts towards others. Also, in my notes, I have traditional meal of tea, cake, and readings. Yummy paper. Okay, our last one.
The most important one.
The only reason we're doing this
Episode.
just like shit show of an episode.
Honestly. Emily, you're a trooper. We put it at the end, so you have to listen to the whole thing. Saturnalia! So Romans loved this dude named Saturn.
Mm-hmm.
Saturn is the god of time,
And
agriculture, generations, dissolutions, abundance, wealth, agriculture, periodic renewal, and liberation. Originally started on December 17th, was then made into a 3-day celebration and then a week-long celebration. All business was suspended. Slaves were free for 7 days. Wikipedia says there was Mardi Gras madness, and they elected a fake king. And there was, quote, so much drinking.
So with this, it's derived from rituals of midwinter and the winter solstice, and schools and courts of law even closed. Normal social patterns were suspended. Like everything was suspended.
Yeah.
You would decorate your homes with wreaths or other greenery,
Hey, we do that.
and you would wear colorful clothes called synthesis. So
The word is spelled like synthesis.
synthesis.
I have no clue. It's the Romans. We can't
Words
ask
are
them.
hard. So people who were enslaved, did not have to work, as Addison said, and they were allowed to participate in festivities.
Yeah.
Some
Big
homes
deal.
would even have them sit at the head of the table while the master served them. So it was a little bit of like a flip role situation.
Good job, Romans. Literally bare minimum, but yeah.
Maybe just like don't have slaves.
Yeah, for starters. But ultimately it's history and I can't rewrite that. So I shouldn't rewrite that.
There was a lot of gambling, singing, playing music, giving each other gifts. Signalia is the last day of celebrations where you give your friends and loved ones Signalia, and it's a small terracotta figurine.
Signalaria sounds like an STD.
A young pig would be sacrificed during it. And the statue of Saturn in the Temple of Saturn had like wool bands on his feet. And during the celebration they would loosen them or like take them off entirely. So then he would be like free.
Yeah.
So also you mentioned the like mock king. Another member of the household would be chosen to be like a fool to carry out mischief during the celebration.
That's me.
But yeah.
My family would elect Brendan, but we know.
Yeah, mischief.
Anyways, this may be the worst episode ever.
Anyways, thanks for listening.
We hope you have a great week. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays if you celebrate.
If you celebrate, if you don't,
yeah. We'll see you.
Enjoy your peace.
We will see you next year with some episodes about some fun topics. And
very fun topics.
Mega churches.
Hillsong. Death.
Maybe cults in there. You never know.
Maybe throw cults in there. We might be talking about our favorite Duggars. What?
You will just have to stay tuned and find out. So,
just remember, stay silly.
Silly Religion is devoted to providing a fun, educational, and brave space. We are not experts on the subject, nor are we claiming to be. If something we said during this episode was offensive, incorrect, or just wasn't the vibe, please do not hesitate to reach out to us. If you loved the episode, want to work with us, or just say hey, we would also love to hear from you. You can email us at sillyreligionpod@gmail.com. You can also leave a review and feedback on the podcasting platform of your choice.
Silly Religion is written and produced by Addison McCarty and Mackenzie Slump. Editing and graphics are done by Addison McCarty. Closed captioning is provided by Mackenzie Slump. Vibes are provided by the Adderall Shortage. Music is by ScottHolmesMusic.com.